Hey, this is your Athens, Georgia County Weather Girl here tonight to talk with you about the weather. And obviously, we have potential for a pretty significant winter storm in the southeast. Models have just literally been like windshield wipering back and forth from one solution into another for the last several days. It's been really stressful, and it's been difficult for meteorologists, whether amateur or professional. It's been really hard to kind of piece together any idea of what is going to happen. But as we get closer to this, it's becoming a little clearer. But there's still 2 days, day and a half, 2 days before we start getting precipitation on the ground. So there's still a lot of time for things to change still. What we know now right now is that we're looking at about a quarter of an inch of ice buildup based on what we're seeing right now. The stuff will start building in sometime Saturday afternoon. And depending on the model you look at, you can have 12 hours of some amount of freezing precipitation, freezing rain. The NAM suggests that the midnight run of the NAM thinks that we're going to have a mix of freezing rain and sleet, but not in super huge amounts, which is great. The more sleet we get, the better. The more freezing rain we get, it's not so good, because freezing rain obviously attaches itself to things and weighs things down, and that's when you have treetops breaking and falling on power lines, and it becomes a mess, and nobody wants that. I certainly don't want that. So the more sleet we wind up getting, the better. So, or if we get cold rain, that's even better. So that's what I'm hoping for. When the system does finally move out of our area, like on Sunday, we're looking at having a pretty massive cold front move into the area. And you can see that now. We're going to see some really bright purples come all the way down into Georgia. This is going to be Monday night. Early Monday morning, honestly, it's going to be like in the -4 degrees. So it's going to be quite cold. And this is a GFS model. I wonder if I can get the NAM to show us out. I don't think NAM's going to be out that far. NAM does temperatures really well. GFS is, whatever. But it gives you an idea of potentially how cold it could be on Monday night. So it's going to be very, very cold. And then if we go a little bit out into the week, it's still going to be kind of chilly. We're still going to have some really cold evening hours, but we're going to definitely be above freezing for some time as well. And this is going to be, I believe, towards the end of the month on the 30th, which is going to be, what day is that? That's a Friday. So next Friday, we're also looking at some single-digit lows on, looks like on Friday night. So there you have that. So we have a lot of cold weather in store for us in the coming week. So just a couple quick safety things on staying warm. So I'm just gonna we're gonna, even though I'm gonna hope that we wake up Sunday and it's just gonna be a cold rain, let's just assume that it's not. Let's assume that we have a half an inch of ice buildup on everything and our power's out, unfortunately. What to do then? So staying warm is obviously a goal number one. And you're not necessarily going to be comfortable when the power's out. I am never comfortable when that happens. I like to have some kind of noise going for me, and it's really hard when I don't have that. But this is something we have to kind of, we'll get through it. Staying warm is critical. So just really layering up in clothes, wearing a lot of layers, jacket. If you even have to wear gloves and a beanie inside, whatever, to do that, that's fine. If you got pets, dogs and cats, definitely round them up and see if you can get them all in one room together with you. That'll help. If you got roommates you don't hate, that you like hanging out with, or you can stand hanging out with. I have a great roommate, and we definitely will be hanging out together. But yeah, hanging out, that's another way, and getting together in a single room will help, increase the temperature a little bit. So that's good. Because human bodies emit heat. So if you get a smaller room and you get more people in a smaller room, it'll bring the temperature up in that room. So heat. So if you've got a vehicle, a car that you can get to, it's got fuel in it, you can use that as a warming station. So you can start the car up and sit out and just warm up for a little bit, and have some proper heat. Charge your devices up for a little bit. Just know that you're going to run out of gas if you do that a whole lot. But it's good to have a little reprieve from the really cold. So layer clothes, blankets, a lot of blankets. If you got fur balls, use your car a little bit. If you have access to any kind of fuel type of heater, propane or kerosene. Legit, like, this is safety shit. Like, if you don't know a whole lot about these before, because a lot of people don't really use them that much. If you run kerosene heater inside your house, like if you put one in your room and turn it on and go to bed, you won't wake back up. Like, you're done. Like, because like the fumes from that will kill you. If you open your window a bit and you have, and I say a bit, not just like a tiny crack, but enough for like, it's, it kind of feels counterintuitive. Why would I let all the cold air in? Like, I'm trying to warm the room up, but that's just you got to vent that. If you don't vent it, you're gonna die. And the same can be said for propane. Even though they have these clean burning propane heaters, like, they also, if they're not tuned just right, if the propane you put in there is not the right kind of propane, it can wind up emitting toxic fumes that will also kill you. So you've got to be very, very careful with these things. If you've got like a porch you can go out to and you can have your kerosene on the porch, that's something you can gather around. If you don't have access to like a fireplace or something like that on the outside, and fire with it. So that's it. Just if you have access to those kinds of heaters. Most of us are not going to have that, and that's okay. Like, you've got some things to fall back on. Eat a lot of food. Like, the more food, the calories and all that will help, warm your body up when it's cold outside, for sure. Next week, it's going to be cold. So after this, if assuming we have a really bad time with this storm this weekend, it's going to get super duper cold next week. Monday into Tuesday night, we're going to have lows in the single digits. It's going to continue being cold throughout the week. We should be getting above freezing for a few days next week, but not by much. And the nights are going to be in the 20s and teens, and even the following Thursday and Friday is going to be also bitter cold. In fact, I'm looking at next Friday the 30th, and we have low temperatures down into the single digits. So it's going to be freakishly cold. And I really hope for all of our sakes that we wake up Sunday morning and there's just cold rain or just nothing there. I just really hope that, because I'm not mentally prepared for having power outage for a long time. Okay, that's it. So there is a very outside chance there's another system that could develop next weekend. Right now, so it's just showing up on the GFS. It showed up earlier today, and the Euro is showing a little bit ahead of something. So whether that turns into something or not remains to be seen. It's just still too far out to really know. I think with another week of all this cold stuff, all of us are going to be so sick of the cold. We're going to be ready for spring, and it will come. All right, that's it for now. We'll be continuing to do updates on the Reddit, reddit.com/r/Athens GA weather, is where I do most of my daily updates, and we have this, once I post something, we always discuss a little bit and have some back and forth there. So if you want to chit chat, that's a good place to catch up. I'm exhausted. I've been staring at, like, this week in particular, I've been like just really honed in on these, focused in on these maps and models for a while, and I'm just exhausted. So I'm kind of looking forward to this kind of pushing on out of the area, and I know we're gonna have some cold next week, but like, I'm kind of looking forward to maybe getting some spring action going eventually. So that's where my head is at right now. I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. Anyway, I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I hope you're made some preparations. You can go to the store still and get some bread and get some peanut butter and jelly. Just have some stuff there just in case you need to, in the case of worst case scenario, which, I'd say the worst case scenario is probably like a 15-20% chance for us, but it could happen. So make sure you have enough food and stuff to at least get by on. And water too. You want to have some water. Fill up water jugs if you've got some empty gallon jugs around. If you've got even a heavy duty black tote, fill it up with water and put a lid on it, and like that, you can drink out of that if you need to. If you need water source, like I'm on well water and like my power goes out, I don't have water anymore. So if you're on city water, you'll probably still have water. You'll be good. Make sure and leave your faucets running. Definitely do that. When you leave your faucets running, also open your cabinet doors, bathroom cabinet and kitchen cabinets where the plumbing pipes are. Open those doors up, and it'll help a little bit more warm air get in there. That's it for now. I'll talk to you sometime soon. I'll be on Reddit tomorrow for sure with another update. Take care, and we'll see you soon.